Yeah, Bill, I got the new equipment set up. We have my boomstick microphone and got a soundboard over in that corner over there. So hopefully sound should be better. I still got to lower my video card somehow, so because my video card is like way up here level wise and I'm looking like way down here at my screen. So let's get started here in just a second. Let a couple more people come in here. Yeah, I use OBS right now. I actually have like a fake green screen behind me too. Hope y'all had a great weekend. Bill, if you want to build a cheap one, I went to Walmart and bought a bluish green sheet and hung it up. It cost me like $10 for the sheet, and it works just as well as having like an actual green screen. Alright, let's go ahead and get started. First thing, I want y'all to tell me, what is the size of a position you should buy in Bitcoin? This is probably the most important thing he said in the entire video he just did. What is one position? You can do it in either chat. I'm watching both. So, one position. 0.001 Bitcoin. So, whenever we say buy one position, it is always 0.001 Bitcoin. When you ask us how much is a position worth, it's always 0.001 Bitcoin. Our first buy. I've been through the Dragon class. I now trade all the time. My first buy is 0.001 Bitcoin. It's always 0.001 Bitcoin. It just makes it so much easier for the math. So, we're going to do a chart. We're going to start with our first chart. We are going to check out the Neo BTC just because I like Neo. It makes it easy, fun to stake. It's a staking coin, so even if I get in trouble, I just move it to a staking wallet and it gets me back out of trouble. But we're going to chart this one up. And first thing I always do is I always check the 4-hour charts and kind of do the zoomed out view. So let's go ahead. I do 4 hours in yellow just so I could see them really well. So we're just going to hit that line. Oh, wrong line. Let's do the right line. Alright, change it to yellow for our 4 hours. Yeah, I have my background on trading view gray. Yeah, it's just a theme. So we'll hit the top of that one. We'll hit the bottom because it touches multiple times there. not history. So we'll do that one. We'll do the bottom because it touched right there. We'll put one way down here, even though it's probably not going to happen. It touches twice right there, so we'll add another line. And it touches 2 more times over here. We'll go ahead and put one right here because it touched, touched, touched. And then if we look back in history, it touched there. We'll go with one right here because it touches here and touches here before it comes down and then pushes through. And it touches again right there. So we'll just go with that. That's a pretty good average. So let's switch over. Then I switch to the 1 hour. And zoom in a little bit. Alright, and then I change the color of my 1 hours to this neon blue so I could see it. So let's go ahead and drag that to there. Put one right there because that's a high point. And somebody's at my door, but they're gonna have to wait. So just kind of check through the history. We'll zoom in here in a little bit and I'll show you more and more. We'll put another line in right there. We'll put a line in right here because it bounced off a couple times for support and resistance. I wish it was pizza. I really do. So we're just going through the history and marking it up just to make sure we know where we're good. Let's see. Actually, I kind of like that point too. We'll put one in right there. So we have a bounce and touch off and go. And then it kind of played in this line area for a while right there. So we'll leave that one there. Woo! Look at those swings. That's fun. Those are when you're having great days. And those are when you're having bad days. Or for most people, that's scary. That's fun. I enjoy this market right here. Alright, that's good. Let's go back to the beginning. Actually, before we do that, let's go. So now that we have all of our lines, let's just kind of start. We'll start right here that we bought. So if we buy here, we're expecting it to go up. The first time frame was 4 hours. The yellow lines are 4 hours. The blue lines are 1 hours. Yeah, 4 hours helps eliminate the noise. 1 hour just gives me a little bit more precision. And 1 hour is as far as I go in. Some people do 6 hours, start with 6 and then do 3. I just do 4 hours and then 1 hour just to make sure that I'm picking up. I don't really ever go below an hour, especially not for this. There's no reason to do it. So we're going to say we bought in at this line right here where it's touching, and we will make that a red line because that's where we bought in. How much did we spend on our first buy-in? I know there's some lag, so I'll give you all a second to answer. What do we spend on our first buy-in? Right there. Alex got it right. One position. And our position is 001. 0.001 BTC. So let's take a look at the market and see what happens. We already know where all of our bottoms are. So let's start sliding forward. Right here, we just bought in again. As soon as it touched that line, we are buying in. So let's go ahead and do our buy-in. What is my shortcuts? Oh, come on now. And actually I'll do this too, because this helps. Our first buy-in was right here. Yeah, it's Alt H. Our second buy-in was right there. And we actually have another one at the yellow line that doesn't actually ever hit. So we don't buy back in right there. And then the market starts coming back up. So let's do a green line for our buy line. So we bought right there. I'm a 5%er. So I like to make 5% on every trade I do. So 5% would be about right there. So on my first buy-in, I'm trying to get the market to come back up to there before I sell off. That gives me 5% profit, and I'm a happy guy. If it comes up and it sells, I'm good. Let's go. We'll start the market all over again. But it went down, and I bought in. I doubled up, so my profitability line is right there. So we're following the market. It comes down, doesn't touch our 4-hour line, so we're going to leave it and we don't buy. And then it comes right back up and goes above our profitability line. At this point, I am at 5% profit, or I'm at 5% profit at this line, because based on my averaging of numbers, I want to know where I'm profitable plus my 5%. So as soon as it crossed that line, I sell everything I have. So let's keep going in. We buy back in at this line. So it didn't go up to that line, so we're okay. Yes, I do place them in Bitconnect in advance. So if I buy in right here, I will schedule my next buy-in for this one as a double up. As soon as it gets triggered, then I will schedule another buy-in for this one and schedule my sell order. So that's 5%. When I make my first buy-in right here, I schedule my sell order for profit. When it comes down here and buys in again, because as soon as I place this order, when I place my first buy order, I schedule a sell for my profit and I schedule my buy for the next double up. As soon as it hits this line and it doubles up, I cancel this sell order. I create a new sell order for my new position, and then I create my next buy order. and wait for it to hit here. As soon as it sold my position, I cancel this buy order and wait for it to hit one of these next points. As soon as it hits, I buy back in, and then we start the process all over again. So it came down, I sold right here. It came down, I bought in right here. I would have sold back out right here. So I would have made my 5% in 4 hours and been done. You can have a sell and a buy order at the same time, but it holds your coins. So if you're doing your one position and it's only going to hold one position's worth of coins, if you're doing for a buy order, when you're doing your sell order and you're selling all of your Neo coins, it's going to hold all of your Neo coins in that sell order. So basically we just start watching it. We follow our line, we bought, we sold, then we wait. So we had a bought right here. Let me put another arrow in. We bought right there, and we would have sold right here. 5%. So we could have bought right here again. In fact, we will, because it touched our line, so we're buying. We are full force into this market. It touched our line, we buy right there. And then we try to wait for our 5%, which is all the way up here now. Alex, you are completely correct. 5% of 0.001 Bitcoin is absolutely nothing. But we've already done 4 trades in an hour. 4 trades in 1 hour. So I've made 20% on my 0.01 today. And I ain't done nothing. It's all scheduled out. So right here, we bought in. We hit our line, so we're going to buy in again. So we have now doubled our position and we have brought our profitability line down. It did come back up and we sold. Let's wait for the next line. And we're back in the market. That would have sold right there too. So basically, we're just buying and selling all market long. We're buying in, so there's our double up, and it comes back up to where we're 5% profitable. We're just moving through this market. We'll go to where it gets a little bit more erratic. Yeah, if you buy on the way up, every 5% you cash out and you're a happy person. So you can buy here, cash out, buy here, cash out, buy here, then it dropped, you would have doubled up right there, and then you would have cashed out right here. Yeah, I buy on resistance lines every time and get my 5% bonus. So what you've got to understand though is you're doing calculations for every one of these. Every buy and sell. So now you're up here, you sold off. This is a good one to show you. So You bought back in right there. You bought back in right there. You're going to sell at your 5%. So there's a double up. I'm trying to find one that was, yeah, here we go. We're going to ignore this little spike right here. So, boom, boom, sold off. You'd have bought in right here. And you'd have sold off. You'd have sold off right here. And that would have given you another buy-in at this point right here. And then you would have bought in again at this spike. We're going to imagine this little dip right here doesn't exist. You'd have bought in again right here. And let's say this just continued down to here. So at this point, you've doubled up 4 times. And your profitability is all the way to right here. And you just scheduled your sell. Well, now you're making your 5% off of 1, 2, 4, 8 positions instead of 1 position. So as it's coming down and then it goes back up, you get your 5%. This works every time. I have yet to have it not work, truthfully. And I make tons of these trades every day. You can just sit here and follow your market. So the hardest part is calculating where's my profitability point. So let's go back here and do this. We'll start with our line right here. We're going to buy in at our 76, 34, 65. 76, 34, 55, I think that was it. And we get our one position. I'll show you here in just a minute. Alright, so now we're following our market, and our market drops down to the 69, 44, 60. And we doubled up our position right there. Alright. And then we're going to double up again right here. So we're at 64, 77, 40. $64, 77, 40. At this point we're doubling up, and we currently have 2 positions, so we need to buy 2 to double up. So at this point, to be profitable and get our 5% bonus amount, we got to get to 7,200, 27.66. No, Poplio, you're going to double. You're only doubling what you already have. If you're doubling up, it will always be an even number. So you're starting with 1, you're going to double to 2, so now you have 2. Then you're going to double again, and you'll have 4. So if I doubled the ones I have, that would take me to 4, that would take me to 8, 16, 32, 64, 128, 256. That is doubling 10 support lines. YS21 again. Because you only have one position to start with, and you're going to double that one position. So 1 and 1 equals 2. So let's go at our 5% bonus, 72, 27, 66. So let's take our green line. 77, 22. Right there is about 72. Right there is about where we're looking to be profitable. So let's go ahead and move on. We almost made it. We had almost sold. $64, I think we got that one in there, yeah. Alright, so let's do, we hit our next buy line, so 58, 78, 42. And we 4x'd, so we still haven't sold. We're at 6,700. So let's move our little green line down to 6,700. About right there. And let's go see if we go back up above it. Nope, we went back down. So we're going to do another buy-in right there. And that is 5168.14. So right now we just bought 8 positions and we have a total of 16. So, and we're at 60, 63, 27 for our profit position. Alright, so let's see if we go back up. Well, we touched right there, so we got to make another buy-in. So 49 or 46, 92, 66. See, I already forgot 42. We'll just go with that. So now 52, 87, 638. So our new buy-in position's right there. And look, it touched it right there. So we would have been 5% profitable right here. Right at that point, we are now winners. Let's see how much we made at the end of it. So we are on this line. We would have made 2 positions off of that. We would have profited 2 positions. So yeah, 5% really aren't nothing, but as you start going down and it comes back up, you profit 2 positions. Does that make sense for everyone? Yeah, and you can double, triple up, quadruple up. You can change your whole strategy. Just remember, if you triple up, so if we tripled up on the first one and then we double up the rest of the way down, it's going to change all of our amounts we spend, and how much it takes. It wouldn't take days to implement it in the example. Yeah, my boxer is a really loud drinker. So I just showed it to you. This is the first buy-in was on the 8th, October 8th, and we sold off on October 13th. That is your preference. I get out at 5% every time. I just do. So if it goes, so if you see like a huge, let's find a huge spike. I believe, okay, right here. So here's a huge spike. It went across 2 lines right there. So if I see this huge spike and my sell point is right here, and I see it go up all the way like this, if I don't have my sell scheduled and I'm actually watching the market, then I will let it go up, and as soon as it starts coming back down, I'll put in my sell. But that means you actually have to be watching the market. I don't have that much time to do that, so I schedule all of my buys and sells. Everything's on a schedule. So what I'm going to do is I will share this. The market is open 24/7, 366 days a year. I cannot physically possibly do that. So there's that link. I will post it in the Discord too. So practice, do some paper tradings. Use this pivot chart. You have your paper trade sheet. Go through, plan it, make your lines on your charts, share your charts in here. Let us check them out, give you some advice. That's why all of the teacher advisors are here, so we can do that for you. And then start trading with your paper trading. This will make you money every time. You got another 3-4 weeks to test it out before you go live, so test it. Alright, if y'all have any questions, hit us up in the Discord. I hope y'all are having a wonderful day. It's time to get busy. Bye-bye.